There's a really striking article at Huffington Post right now where they break down the publicly available data on executive pay at big companies. And long story short, the entire thing is a scam. So let me explain to you exactly how this scam works. So the corporate board of directors for all these big businesses and financial institutions, they are responsible for setting the CEO and executive pay at a given company. And in theory, what they're supposed to do is get the least expensive guys who perform the best. So the way that you hire CEOs and CFOs and these guys who really run the company is supposed to be the same way that you hire the workers, for example, how they try to squeeze every penny out of you and get you to work as hard as you possibly can. But they don't actually do that. Quote, many of those directors are also executives at other companies, meaning they sit on both sides of the arrangement. So what happens is they stack the deck, and they give themselves raises even as they underperform. Because all the CEOs are also on different boards of directors, and all of the people on the boards of directors are also CEOs, and it's all for different companies. So it's just like this gigantic circle jerk of the good old boys club, and they always vote each other more money. So what are the results of this? Well, since 1950, the ratio of CEO to employee pay has widened by 1,000%, and even 58% of rank-and-file Republicans now realize that CEOs are getting paid too much. So any person who's not part of that group is looking at how that group is acting and going, what the fuck is up with this? Does anybody see how these guys are just robbing us? Why are they making so much money? They didn't actually perform well. Now let me give you more evidence as to how corrupt the system is. This stuff is ridiculous. So JP Morgan Chase's board gave CEO Jamie Dimon a 74% raise in a year when the bank paid more than $20 billion in regulatory penalties. What? Hold on. That's not how capitalism is supposed to function. If you do a good job for the company, then as the CEO or as the CFO or whoever's running the company, then you get more money. Then you get a bonus. Then you get an increase in your salary. If you do poorly, you're supposed to not get a raise. Not only not get a raise, you're supposed to get your pay reduced or you're supposed to get fired. But as JP Morgan had to pay over $20 billion in regulatory penalties, you're getting a 74% pay increase, but that just doesn't make any sense. All right, so put that example aside. Let's give you some more. CEO pay at Morgan Stanley was held down to less than $1.3 million annually in 2008 and 2009. Okay, so that makes sense. Between all the different CEOs, all the different executives there, they held down pay in 2008 and 2009 to $1.3 million in compensation. That's still a lot, but okay. And the reason why they did that was the Great Recession. But from 2010 to 2012, when the firm's stock significantly fell, CEO pay totaled $38.8 million. Okay, hold on. So the company did significantly worse, but the CEO pay went from, what was it again, $1.8 million, is that what it was? $1.3 million annually to $38.8 million annually? So you performed worse, but you got more money? But that doesn't make any sense. That's not how the system is supposed to function. I'll give you one more example. Georgia-based Cousins Properties is a real estate investment firm. They saw their stock drop tremendously from 2003 until 2012, at the same time that CEO pay went up by 276%. Okay, this is not capitalism. This is corporate cronyism. So it doesn't matter where you fall on the political spectrum. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican, a liberal, a conservative, a fucking communist, or a fascist. This is corporate cronyism. Nobody should like this. Nobody should like this because the rules are rigged, and they're rigged to give way more money to the executives and screw over the workers, even as the workers are the ones who are really busting ass, and even as the company does poorly, they still get pay increases.